Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is the Captain speaking here on Capnclyde's MTG, and we're here today to talk about Double Masters. We already talked about it once, but today in particular, we're going to talk about VIP packs. So, before we get started, remember like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comments down below, feeds that YouTube algorithm, helps get more views for the channel as we head to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate any help you can give me to get us there. Now, trade tables and seat backs to fill up right position, boys and girls, because it's investing day, and we're going to talk about what it means to invest in this product of Double Masters and how it's actually panned out for those who actually went through the effort to do it. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, as you can see here, I've got the basic TCG player page up, and what we're looking at here is prices of boxes. Now, we've already had one series where we went through and we talked about how much Double Masters has went up. Since then it's already went up another $25 to $30 a box. Um, this is just going to go to the ceiling. We already talked about how I feel this is probably $1,000 box, possibly by the end of the year, but definitely probably a 750 box. You can see over here the case values are really high. But let's take a look at one thing that's in particular to this video. Let's look over here at the actual VIP packs. 166.99. So let's do a little history on this, guys. When VIP packs first came out, they were anywhere from $89, $90 to $100 a pack just for this one single box. And people were irate, they were furious, they were up in arms, no one's going to pay that, yada, yada, yada. But, like many things in the grand scale of things, Wizards did slow down a little bit on what they did, not a whole lot. But here's the thing, guys. These VIP packs have special cards in them that you can only get in those VIP packs as foils, or even cards in general. For example, this Force of Will, which is $200, is only in this pack. Uh, this Mana Crypt, which would be foil, would only be in this pack. So forth and so on. And as you look through here, you can see all these alternate art cards that come in that box. Just hitting one of these cards is enough to almost pay for what the box was costing. I mean, as we get down here, it gets a little bit cheaper, right? But still, point being, hitting one of those packs, hitting one of these cards pays for the whole box. This one here pays for the whole box. And you get two. You get two rares and two foil rares and mythics throughout the entire thing. Matter of fact, we'll look into it here real quick. But I want you to keep this in mind. And also to kind of talk about why I think Double Master booster boxes are going to be $1,000. Here's the packets in them, guys. Every box has one box topper. Comes with two cards in it. These box toppers, which are alternate art like these, not foil though, are selling for around 150 a pack, which means the box itself is really only selling for 400, and it came out around 250 to 299. Like, the Double Master pack is pushing this product up, which is why this will be a lot more in the years to come. This is just going to be a product that's just going to go up. So, and before we actually start reflecting on Double Masters 2 or Quad Masters or whatever they want to call it, let's look at the VIP pack. So, the VIP pack has two foil showcase rares or mythics, two foil rares or mythics that are non-showcase, 8 foil commons, 9 foil uncommons, 12 basic art lands, or 2 are foil. That's amazing. That showcase we just talked about, getting them in foil is what we just looked at. Um, plus 2 foil rares and or mythics, which could be any one of these guys you could get as a non-rare or as a foil. And if we're talking like this Force of Will here, like the foil price on this, $300. It's a lot higher than just the 200 right here. $100 premium for that. This one, about $50 premium to have the foil. So just remember that as we go through and we look at this stuff. So let's talk about the Double Masters VIP pack. Now, like I talked about, guys, this came out for around $89 to $90. About 100 probably shipped out the door, tax, so forth and so on. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on how you bought it. But as we go through and start looking at this, the price of these boxes are really starting to go up. So let's go back through a year, try to give you a little bit of scope. So back over here, this is when they first started to go up. Now, you notice they're around 110 a year ago. People started realizing in 2021 when they needed to invest money in things that this was a product that had been dead money or what they call flat money because it hasn't went up in value for a very long time. Unlike the Double Masters boxes that actually was climbing. And no one realized that by the Double Master boxes climbing in value, the VIP Masters were soon to follow. And then it looks like a few people noticed it, got up to 122, and it shot back down because people started unloading. But that's when everybody started realizing the markets got the price wrong around August of last year. And as you notice, it starts climbing and it goes up and up until September. From August to September, it went up $50. Let's see, yeah, about $50, guys. And it's been slowly going up and down as people have been trying to find what that market value really is, as you can see. And right now it's looking at like 162, but as of today it sits at 169, 166.99, which is 167 honestly. And if you go and you look, there's not a lot of these individual boxes left. Like, these are a lot of listings, don't get me wrong, but notice none of these listings have more than 4. So, you know, that's not a lot of boxes left unopened, guys. So there's 28 listings. Let's say every listing has, let's average out, say every listing has 2, because that looks like about roughly the number. We'll be generous, we'll say 3. So 3 times that, that's only 24, 60, that's 80 some odd boxes in the marketplace of these boxes, guys, that are currently up for sale. Now, with that said, I'm sure some are hidden people's collections or aren't listed and so forth and so on, but also too, these are probably also multi-listed across different areas. So you're talking about a product that let's say every listing has 4 boxes, 38, that's 100 and some odd boxes of just this individual boxes. What does it mean if you had a booster box that there was only 100 boxes listed? Do you think that box might be worth a large amount of money? Do you think that box would go up in value? Yes, it would, because they're just not available anymore. And if you go over here and you look at this for a whole um, case of 4, we're at $600. That's roughly 150 a piece, 160, probably the current price value. As you can see, it's been climbing as well. There are 10 listing guys, and not one of these listings, there's 2 more than 2. So this is easy. 10 listings, that's 10, 11, 12. That's 12 more boxes times 4, 48. We're talking less than 200 boxes of this product in the open market. If you were to tell somebody, hey, Innistrad Crimson Vows, $80 a box. There's only 200 boxes on the open market. Would you like to buy some at $80? Do you think that that box value would start going up immediately? Honestly, I do. Now, granted, this is an older product. Right now, modern and the older formats are very big, and Commander's really starting to take over. And these are all cards that see play in those formats. These aren't standard products, guys. These are master products. Like, I just don't see how this is not half the price of this. This is easily a 250 box, and if this goes to 750 or 1,000, I see this easily going to 250 to 300 by the end of the year, just because of the sheer numbers of availability. I mean, the cards alone are great, and the card values are going up so fast. These have to go up, because guys, you got to remember, if you buy a box of cards and the expected EV of the box is $100, and the box that you buy is $100 or less, that's not good selling mechanics, because if the box value is worth 100, you should sell it for around at least 100. Normally, as products get older, the box EV versus what the box cost is really tends to separate, and they become 2 different entities because it's sealed. And the EV may be $200, but the box sealed might still be 500. Right now, the last video I did, guys, which you can check out on my channel, a few days back, I opened one of these boxes when the box was 520. I got exactly that much out of it. And the box opening, as good as it was not as good as it could have been. I didn't hit Force of Will. I didn't hit a Mana Crypt. I didn't hit a doubling season. I didn't hit a Chrome Mox. I didn't hit an Opal. I didn't hit a Jace. Like, all these high-powered cards. I got this as a box topper, but all these high-powered valuable cards I didn't get, and my box value came out to be the exact price of the box. That's why this box has to be $750 to $1,000. It just doesn't make sense for it not to be. Also, with Quad Masters coming out in whatever they're going to do with, if that's going to be 3 rares per pack, 4 rares per pack, they're going to be expensive. They're going to be up in this high target, big whale market margin. These are going to come back, and I don't think people are going to make the same mistake they did last time and not buy them. Now, depending how they come back and when they come back could actually affect that, because when it comes out to the market, there was a very bad response to this product in general. Not so much to this, but a lot to this. Some to this as well, because they didn't see the value in it. Now, though, the value has been shown that this was way underpriced, and so was this. And people are now realizing that, which is why these prices are going to the moon and will continue to go to the moon, to be honest with you. So, don't want to mention here. There's 6 listings here for cases which have like 16 boxes in them. So there's another 100. So 300 boxes. My bad. You beat me up in the comments later about it. But still, guys, 300 boxes. Like, that's almost nothing. Let's say it's 500 boxes. Let's say there's some people out there, once they realize they see this video or other videos, I've been talking about all this stuff, they start listing theirs or selling theirs. Let's say it's 500. Let's say it's 1,000. 1,000 boxes for a giant game like this. That's unheard of. Like, that's the kind of rarity levels of like alliances, Mirage. I mean, like Urza's Legacy. Like, we're dipping into like 1996, 98, 99, 2000 market ranges of how many boxes are available for this product. It's insane. And also, when Quad Masters come out, what if they don't reprint some of these cards? Like maybe Mana Crypt gets reprinted because it's an all-star, right? Maybe Force of Will gets reprinted. What if the Swords don't? What if Doubling Season doesn't? What if the Opals don't? What if Jace doesn't? What if Blightsteel? What if Kali the Vast doesn't get reprinted? If these cards don't get reprinted in favor of other high-value cards that need reprints, that means the price of these cards are going to go up drastically, which means the price of this is going to go up drastically. Now, with that said, it's a gamble whether you buy it now or buy it later. But with that said, I don't think investing in these is bad. Now, at the current price level, that's really up to you. I'm not a financial advisor by any stretch of the imagination. But I bought these when they first came out, put them up in the vault because I knew they'd be worth something. So I'm very happy to see the market finally starting to course correct and put these at the proper value that they belong. And guys, if you can find these cheap somewhere, you might want to pick them up and stash them somewhere. Because even if these come out as reprints in Quad Masters, I don't know if they'll hold the same kind of value as they did before. And to be honest with you, I don't think things like a new Mana Crypt picture or a new Force of Will picture, Feast and Famine Doubling Season, there might not be new pictures. They might just go with like just a regular Force of Will reprint and then call it a day. It's hard to speculate, right? So these are all speculations. Will it go down if they reprint them? I would say maybe, but honestly, I don't know. I think these are so scarce, and the product when it comes out will be so high that these older box values, much like when Modern Horizons 2 came out, people are like, oh, it's going to crash Modern Horizons 1. Modern Horizons 1's been dead money for so long. Modern Horizons 2 came out. Modern Horizons 1 started going up in value. And it's still going up in value because they didn't reprint the same cards. Not they did in a small way, but not in a big way, right? So if they take the same approach to Quad Masters or Double Masters or whatever Masters as they did from Modern Horizons 2 to Modern Horizons 1, we will see a product shift of this definitely go up. And I think they'd be right to do it that way because that's going to increase not just the value of the old product, but people wanting to get in on the new product no matter what the cost and sell boxes. So with that said, guys, thanks a lot for your time. I do appreciate it. Put some comments down below. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm right, wrong, or just silly? That's fine. Until next time, just be kind. And remember, I hope to see you across from the game table.